So, welcome to today's session. Okay, today we are going to see about tags. Okay, like in TestNG, we have seen right tags. I mean, at the rate annotations. Like if you want to include or if you want to exclude, will I mean we use the tags right at the rate tag include equals to false. So exclude. I mean, if you want to skip any particular test case, you mention as disable, right? And if you want to execute something, if it has to be if that particular test has to get executed, you have given you should give like enable equals to true, enable equals to false. If you give false, that particular test case will get fail. I mean, it is not going to be executed. Likewise, here also we have tags where we can uh, practical I'll show you, but before that I just wanted to tell you that suppose if I have a few scenarios. Okay, in that I can name it as like at the rate smoke test, a regression test, or I can give like that. If I want to you know run a particular set of only smoke test or combination of smoke and regression, only those uh, tags, I mean only those tags which I have mentioned, only those scenarios will going to be executed. Okay, we'll see how we can do that. See, what I'm going to do is, so I'm just taking this existing one. So not this one. Yeah, let me take this one. So we have a test runner, right? Suppose what I'm going to do is, normally if I run this one, it will get executed. Okay, but what I'm going to do is, I'm just mentioning a tag name at the rate smoke. Okay, I'm giving as smoke test over here. So here, after after uh, in this test runner, what we need to do is, tags equals to, we need to give it as smoke. Okay, now just run as JNet. So it is getting executed only this thing. Okay, suppose in case if I'm not giving this tag name over here. Okay, if I'm not giving this tag name, see what will happen. Nothing is getting executed. Why? Because I have given a tag name as smoke, but I don't have any feature file starting with a tag called smoke. Okay, that is the reason if I mention tag name as smoke, not even one test case is getting executed. Suppose if I remove this one, okay, if I remove that, if I run as JUnit, all the two test cases, I mean all the two feature files will get executed. One is Google and the other one is Orange HRM, which is, it will it will run for 3 times. Why? Because we have used data driven over there. Okay, once after completing this, we'll see few scenarios where I can give a regression, tag name, smoke, and few more. We'll see the combination. Okay, if I give only smoke, how many test cases or how many scenarios will get executed? If I give regression, how many scenarios will executed? We are going to see that now. Let it complete it first. I did not apply any tag as of now for this, so that is the reason it is accepting the both the feature files. So this is nothing but parameterization, data driven we have used, right, by using examples. One will get pass and the remaining two will get a fail. Why? Because I have given a wrong password. Okay, now just close this one. So we already know about this. These two will get fail and this one is get, this one will be get passed. Okay. Now coming to this, okay, what I'm going to do is, now see here, I'm just mentioning as smoke, smoke test over here. Okay, I'm taking few more scenarios. Okay, just not writing any all the steps, just for your I mean just for demo I'm showing you this. I'm just placing it as sample 1. Okay, given, when, and then. I'm taking one more scenario. I'm taking one more scenario. Suppose that this is sample 2 and sample 3. Okay, now I'm placing it as regression. This one is smoke regression. And suppose say that that is something called important. Okay, now coming here, so what I'm going to do is, so tags equals to at the rate smoke or at the rate regression. I'm giving s. Okay, see this, just run it. See, it is okay. Now see here, which one is getting executed? 1. That means smoke, and the other one is 1, sample 1. Sample 1 is nothing but regression, and 2, which is a combination of both smoke and regression. This is not getting executed. Okay, why? Because I have given a tag name which is like smoke or regression. Now see here, if I give like this and if I run it, now see, how many will get executed? Only sample 2. Why? Because I have given a condition like end. End means only this will get executed. Okay. Now in the same way, suppose if you if you want to run only smoke, and if you don't want to execute regression, in that case what you need to do is at the rate smoke and not regression. Okay, at the rate smoke and not regression, or else you can say like this: at the rate regression but not smoke. Okay, now if you run it, see what will be the output. Sample 1, that means sample 1 is only regression. And in case if I have given like this, okay, now see, this time it will get execute sample 1 and 3. Why? Because the regression is coming over here. Here also a regression is there, but what is my condition? Not smoke, right? So it is into smoke is included, right? That is the reason this is not getting executed, and again this will get executed. Okay, so 1 and 3 are getting executed. Now you got it. What is mean by tags? I mean, whichever scenarios if you want to execute, you can mention over here. I mean, I can have in a feature n number of scenarios can be there, but whichever you want to execute, whichever you want to skip, you have to mention over here. I want only regression to be executed, not smoke. So that this is the way you can give it. Okay. So these are nothing but tags. Now we are going to see hooks. Okay, we are going to see hooks. See, hooks are nothing but like in TestNG. While we are working with listeners, we have seen, right, like before test, after test. Before means we can mention like opening a browser. Okay, and after test in after test, what we are going to give? We are just giving a tear down. That means we are closing the browser. So before and after, in middle we are giving at the rate test. I mean, what are the test cases has to get executed for each and every at the rate test. Before and after is getting executed, right? In the same way, here we have a hooks, where in hooks also we can place it, before and after, before scenario and after scenario, even before and after steps also. If you want to write something, we can do that. So we are going to see how to do. Okay, for that what I'm going to do is I'm just creating a new folder. Okay, I'm just creating a new folder. So mainly hooks are nothing but it's a block of code that runs before or after each scenario. Okay, and these are as I told you that is these are hooks in Cucumber are is just like a listeners in TestNG. We can define hooks by using annotations at the rate before and at the rate after. Okay, now we are going to see that. I'm just going to create one folder. Okay, hooks demo. Suppose say that I'm creating a hooks demo and just creating a file. Okay, I'm writing a file over here. Hooks demo dot feature. So just copy all this and just delete it. So what I'm going to do is feature. What is my feature? To check login functionality. Okay, to check login functionality. Okay, scenario check login. I'm just giving like that, and steps we need to write in a Gherkin language, right? Given user is on login page. Okay, when user enters val- valid username and password and clicks on login button, then user is navigated to home page. Okay, just give a right click and click on pretty format. Okay, now what I'm going to do is see as of now I'm not you know right click on this one. What I'm going to do is I'm just creating a one more runner file. Okay, I'm just going to run one more write a one create one more runner file. Why, I'll tell you. So just click on this and type as test runner for hooks. Okay, test runner for hooks. Just copy this one, copy the entire thing. Okay, and paste it out here. So the reason why I'm doing this is uh, actually these already these steps are mentioned already in these previous step definitions, right? So it will get duplicated. So for that reason what I'm doing is I'm just creating separately. I'm running over here. That's it. Okay. Now I'm just creating one new package. Okay, I'm just creating new package, and I name it as steps for hooks. Okay, steps for hooks. Now what I'm going to do is just I'm running over this, running as JUnit. Sorry, actually I forgot to change the path. That is the reason it is it is running all the things. Just a second. Let me close this one. Let me close this one. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is see instead of actually I should not give this one. What I need to do is I'll just copy this one. Go to properties. Okay. Copy this to here, and in feature files after resources. Okay. Just give it this one, and here in the step definition what you need to do is just copy this one and give it over here. Okay. Now just run it. Now you're getting unimplemented methods over here. Okay, these are the unimplemented methods, and already you have folder over here, right? Just click on class. Now what you need to do is just give as hooks. Okay, or else test runner, or else we can give hooks demo steps. Okay, hooks demo steps. Come here, paste over here. Okay, just remove this one. Now just mouse over here and click on. If you want to import all at once, just remove that one and just place a star over here, so that automatically everything will get imported. So as per our steps given when and then, right? I guess here we need to change it as to end. Okay, now just remove these two lines of code, because we need to write the actual code over here. Remove these two. Save it once. Save it. Just run it. Run as once. Okay, now it is running without any errors. Okay, we are not going to get any output. Why? Because we have not mentioned any you know lines of code over there. Now come here. So what I'm going to do is here I need to launch my browser. Okay, so we'll do web driver equals to, I'm initializing with null initially. Okay, now see here, what I'm going to do is, as I told you that we are using the hooks. Okay, hooks means we can before and after, what has to done before and what has to done after. So for every scenario, let it be in n number of scenarios. Okay, for every scenario it has to execute before that and after that. Okay, let us see how we can do that. Public void, what I'm going to do is browser setup. Suppose say that browser setup. Okay, now what I'm going to do is a driver manager dot chrome driver dot setup driver equals to new chrome driver. Okay, see here just give at the rate and before. See, you need to select it from io.cucumber.java. Okay, so what it will do is it will get executed before, I mean, how many, let it be n number of scenarios. Okay, before each scenario this hooks will get executed. I'll show you that one as well in a moment. And I'm going to create one more method. Alright, tear down. That means which is another, which is used to, you know close the driver. Okay, driver dot close and driver dot quit, we can say both. Okay, I just wanted to give a sysout statement so that you can clearly understand whether it is exactly running for each and every scenario or not. Okay, I'm in browser setup. Likewise, this is, you can give as after. Okay, this we can give after, and this has to be executed after every scenario. Okay, now just paste it, so save it and just run it once. Okay, if you have seen this, I am in browser setup am inside after scenario. That means first it got executed this one. Which one? First it got executed this one, and after all these steps got executed, and then finally, you know, this statement got executed. Okay, suppose say that I'm just giving one more scenario. Okay, okay, I'm taking one more scenario, and let me run this one. Now see what will happen. So it will open twice, first one and the second one. Okay, first I am in browser setup, and browser got opened, it was closed, and again next time it got opened and it got closed. So this is how the hooks will function in such a way. Okay, it will, how many scenarios are there, those many times it will open and it will get closed. Okay, now there is one, we can write one more method. Suppose say that for every for every statement, I mean for every line, if I want to execute something in between each and every line, so for that also we have an option. For every line before and after, what we need to do, suppose say that public, okay, public void, I'm just giving as before step, just for convenience I'm giving like this. Okay, now sysout statement, I am inside the before step. Okay, so here what is the annotation we need to give? Before step. Okay, likewise public void after step. So just can simply copy this and paste it over here. Okay, I'm inside the after step at the rate after step. Now just save it and run it once. So if you can see this, initially I'm in a browser setup. Which one? First time it got executed, right? And after that I'm inside the before step, after step. For every step it will get executed, and finally what happened, after entering into the all after entering in all the steps, it it has came to this particular line. I am inside the scenario, after scenario. Okay, so once we have done with this, the next time, this is for the next scenario. Okay, again the same steps got repeated. For which one? For this one. Okay, the same steps got repeated. Okay, before this one, and see for each and every line for this scenario also, for each and every before and after step, these lines got executed, and finally, you know, it was in a tear down. This one, where this one, okay, after step. This is nothing but a tear down. So this is how the hooks are, you know, you can place it like this, like before and after. Either if you can give before scenario and after scenario, or if you want to give in middle of the lines, that is also we can place it over here. Okay, any doubts? Actually today I'm going to finish off a bit early, only these two topics only. So tomorrow we are going to see reports, okay, how to generate reports in this. With that we are going to finish off. Okay, if you don't have any doubts, we'll wind up the session. So like in TestNG we have before and after test, right? Likewise here also we have a before and after. So in TestNG, before what we are going to use, and the before test, I mean, before each and every test, the browser should launch, and after test in a tear down what we are doing, the browser should close, right? Here also hooks also plays the same kind of role over here. Before be- in this before, it will open the browser, and after we can tear down, we can close the browser, and middle will write the steps, just like at the rate test in testing how we are going to write those steps. And here the advantage is, if you want to give something which is in between the steps also, you can provide it before and after, just like listeners only. Okay, we have seen listeners, right? The same way. Okay, if you don't have any doubts, we'll wind up the session. Okay, thanks for joining.